No, the whole reason we went and developed our own lighting range, believe it or not, was to just purely use Nightlux for our own garden work. So we was servicing at this time probably 12 to 15 landscape contractors. They would do anything from small gardens to big walk-through gardens. We were doing installs for garden builders, house builders, mainly in Surrey. We was also doing architectural landscapers and garden designers. So we had a very, very wide client base. So we was getting through an awful lot of light. So we thought, look, let's just use Nightlux for ourselves. Although we're professional electrical contractors, that's our background. All the guys that work within Greenlight are qualified electricians. We found that with the old original system, going back to when I first started, to join a cable to another cable, if it's low voltage, we'd have to do a heat shrink joint, which is quite an involved process. We'd have to strip the cables, crimp inline blue crimps, cover that with self-adhesive heat shrink, use a gas gun to shrink that down. If we was doing 3 or 4 way cable connections, it got quite difficult to do. We was having to use frame ties to make sure everything's sealed correctly. And on a really big job, we could be doing 300 or 400 of these heat shrinks. Now, obviously, if it's pouring down with rain or really windy, it made it even more awkward. So we thought we must come up with a better way on our own jobs of connecting these lights together. We didn't like the cheap plug and play IP44 stuff. So again, with help from the factory, very, very good guys, we come up with this really professional grade IP68 cable connector, which is a metal-based connector that will connect all the lights within the Nightlux lighting system seamlessly together. And that is the route we went down. We then found that we was probably saving about 30% time on each job, because we wasn't doing all those heat shrink joints. Heat shrink joints weren't breaking down. If we were, let's say for example, if a light fitting failed or we had to upgrade it or extend the system, we was having to cut the cable, which meant another heat shrink joint. With the Nightlux system we started using on our jobs, we found that everything was just linking together. The guys really liked it. We could carry a lot of van stock because obviously we own the company, and the installs went very, very smoothly. Obviously we have had Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 of the light fittings. As technology increases, us as a company, we will actually go with the technology, and that's very good with the working relationship we got with the factory, because we actually flew out there, made eye contact, shook hands, we both entertained one another. We formed a very, very close bond. So they keep us very much in touch with current technology. We then bumped into several contractors, electricians, landscapers who looked at it and wanted to know where it come from. And I said, well, basically it's my company, you know, but we're not retailing it. So that then developed into a massive learning curve on learning and putting together an e-commerce website and a retail-based business, of which I'd had no experience. I'd had 40 years of experience of contracting, but not retailing. So that is how Nightlux moved into a product for just ourselves through to retailing it out to various people that want to use it.